Hello everyone, in this video I'll be doing a tier list of all the different grass type Pokemon. This is ranging all the way back to Generation 1 through Generation 9 with some of the newer ones like Brew Bonnet there. So I want to be giving my opinion on these and let me know what you think in the comments. So first things first, Bulbasaur. Easy S tier. Bulbasaur was my least favorite starter growing up. I was a big fan of Squirtle, then Charmander, but as I aged, I realized Bulbasaur is the best. I'm a big fan of him. I got a hat with Bulbasaur on him. I just think he's a great Pokemon. I want to probably put Ivysaur, Venusaur, and Meg. I also have Gigantamax, Venusaur too. That's a lot. I'll throw those down at the bottom there, but we'll decide on that later. Next we got Oddish, Oddish is an alright Pokemon. Gloom is, I'd probably put C tier. I don't like Gloom. I had a toy of it growing up. Wasn't a huge fan, but Vileplume is cool. I'm putting him in the A tier. Next we got Paris and Venusaur. They're both mid. I got shinies of them in multiple different games, and I never used them just because they're ugly little mushroom things. So not a big fan of them. Next we got Bellsprout. I got multiple shinies of these line as well. I'd give them all probably somewhere around the C tier. Just not a massive fan of those Pokemon. They're all right. Next we got the Hisui, Voltorb, and Electrode. I'm just going to put them probably in the C tier. They're not that great. The originals were fine, but I don't know. They don't really do it for me. They're just fair, in my opinion. Not the biggest fan. Next, we got Execute. I'll put Execute probably C tier. It's another Pokemon that's just okay. It's eggs. Funny concept. Alolan Exeggutor. I'm putting it up in the A tier. I love maybe S tier. Yeah, I'll put it S tier and the regular Exeggutor into A tier. I just think it's hilarious. Like, it's really funny when you use it in battle or even in any of the games like Pokemon Go. He's so big you can't even see him. I like the gimmicky funny Pokemon sometimes, and he's definitely a win. Much better than Execute. I like the progression though, how it turns out. Next we got Tangela. I think Tangela's great. I'm going to put him in the A tier. Great shiny too. He turns bright green. I think those are always great, especially if it's thematically correct with a green grass type Pokemon. Next we got Chikorita, the Chikorita line. I'm just going to put in the B tier, very mid, and the weakest starter Pokemon of all time. Just nothing good about it. It's a defensive Pokemon with a terrible defensive typing. Like, the grass has a lot of weaknesses. It's just okay. Next we got Bellossom. I think Bellossom's decent. I'll put it at the top of the B tier. Could potentially go A tier. Bellossom was great whenever it was first revealed, and the Pokemon movie, I remember that. It was so hype. So maybe for the hype alone, I'll put Bellossom up. And I'll leave it B tier. Next, we got Hoppip, Skiploom, and Jumpluff. They're okay Pokemon. I'll put them in the B tier. They're cute. Cool shiny with the bright green. This one turns pink. Jumpluff, I'm going to put into the A tier. I don't know, it's cute. It's got a little cat face. Not the best competitively. Grass Pokemon have the short end of the stick here, but it's a cool concept, I guess. Next, we got Sunkern. Weak Pokemon. Sunflora is the saving grace of this. That is the weakest Pokemon, I'm pretty sure. Next we got McLettuce Celebi. Looks like the lettuce on a chicken burger from McDonald's. Funny Pokemon. I'll put it in the A tier. A tier, yeah. I'll put it A tier. It's cool. It got a decent shiny. Movie about it's alright. Cool Pokemon. Next we got Trico. I think Trico is one of the coolest looking grass starters. I'll put Trico S tier. Groovile is really great too. Like, I really like Groovile, but they just dropped the ball with Sceptile. Not the coolest Pokemon. It's okay. I'll put it there with its Mega as well. But Trico and Groovile were great. If they made this the final evolution, or maybe made it a little bigger, I think they would have done really well because people love Groovile, but Sceptile not that much. Lotad. Great Pokemon, little jiggly thing. Lombre, kind of ugly. I'll put it C tier. But then Ludicolo is also another great Pokemon. I'll put him in the A tier as well. Only grass water type in the whole game, so it's special. And he's fun. He's like a little rain dish. Next, we got a little nut. I just caught him Pokemon Go. I forget his name. Jeez. Acorn something. I think this whole line is just kind of whack. Especially because this one here has nipples. I think that's so weird. I don't like that at all. And Shiftry is just fair. Weird, angry looking thing. Next we got Shroomish. Easy A tier. I love Shroomish and Breloom. They're both really cool with a great orange shiny. I like them a lot. I got a shiny of that. I also got a shiny of Rosalia. I'll put that probably A tier for a Rose Pokemon. I think they did pretty good with the design, and Roserade's cool too, which we'll get to eventually. Cacturne. Cacturne's pretty cool. I'll put Cacturne and his evolution. Drawing a blank on the name. They're both cool. Cactuses need more representation in Pokemon. I think there's 3 lines of them. I think they're cool. Grass Dark is not the best typing. It's quad weakness to Bug, but it's alright. I like Lileep and Cradily. They're great Pokemon. The only grass rock types, which is a great typing. I could put it in the S tier. I really do like Cradily. Yeah, I will. It's got a cool, menacing looking design, and grass rock's a great type, so yeah, I'm going to put that up in the S tier. Tropius, another solid Pokemon. They just need to give it more justice. If they give it an evolution down the line, I think a lot of people will be very happy with it. It's got little bananas around its face. I think it's just a funny design. Torkoal, Tropius are kind of like the special Pokemon from Gen 3. But next we got ourselves a Turtwig, who I think is another really great Pokemon. I'll put the whole line in the A tier. Oh, that expands our A tier a little bit. That's cool. It's a great Pokemon line as well. I think that Torterra is really interesting, grass and ground type. Next, we got Badoo, so it gives it a pre-evolution. I'll put it alongside its evolution there. And Roserade, all 3 of them are pretty decent looking Pokemon. The roses, I don't think there's much else needs to be said. They look cool. Next, we got Wormadam. Okay, put in the D tier. Cherubi is another great Pokemon. I think they should have done something else other than just these evolutions. I think there needs to be something else. Cherry Pokemon, fruit Pokemon in general is a cool concept. We got Carnivine next. I'm going to put him in the B tier. Just fair Pokemon, I'd say. Yeah, not a big fan of him. He's alright, I guess. But next we got Snover. I'd put there B tier. Obama Snow and Mega Obama Snow. I think it's pretty cool typing, even though it's double weak to fire. It's still good. Tangle Growth. Another great Pokemon. They took what was already great design and just made it bigger. I think that's smart. Can't go wrong with that one. Some people don't like him, but I think he's cool. Next we got Leafeon. They could have done Leafeon better, but yeah. Maybe I'll put it top of the... Nah, I'll put it in the S tier. It doesn't have a cool shiny. If they made that like orange, I think it would have been perfect. Yeah, I'll put it A tier just because it's shiny's weak. It's cute evolution, but I don't know. Better Pokemon out there. Rotom Lawnmower. I'll put in the B tier. I like Rotom, but that's one of the weakest ones. The Water Electric or Fire Electric are the 2 best, in my opinion. Next, we got Shaymin in Fly form. Shaymin, decent legendary, but I don't know. I think there's better legendaries out there. So, yeah. Next, we got the Snivy line, which are just okay. Starts off with arms and then loses them. Or I guess it's behind his back there, but Contrary makes this Pokemon really good, that hidden ability, but they're just fair for designs. I don't know. Grass Snake. It's not that cool. Next we got Pansage. Just fair again. These monkeys are kind of funny, but not that strong. Not that good. Kind of a waste. The Seawaddle line is... I'd probably put C tier. Just mid. I'd probably put... I don't really like Cottony, but Whimsicott's a little bit better, so I'll put Whimsicott in the A tier. Petlil, I think this line's pretty decent. I'll put them all into the A tier. Especially the Hisuian version of it is a really good fighting grass type. I think they did a good job with this one. There's a few other grass types that are similar to this, but I think this concept's done best here. Roserade's also another... Like, these are kind of comparable to Roserade in my opinion. Maractus, very cool. I'm putting that in the... I'll put it in the A tier. It's a cactus. Again, I said cactus need more representation in here. Next, we got the grass normal type Deerling. They're okay. I'll put all of them into the C tier because they're just... I think they're kind of cute, but... Yeah, there's better Pokemon out there, so we'll fill up that C tier, unfortunately, with all of them. It's a cool concept, but I just don't think it's that cool. That it's... Yeah, it's mid, I guess, in my opinion. Next, we got Fungus. I love Fungus. I'm putting Fungus in the A tier. And Amoonguss. Now, some people might get angry over that. Some people hate Amoonguss because he's in the competitive league as a very annoying sleep setter. But I think it's a cool Pokemon. I think he looks funny. He's like kind of angry looking. But cool design. His shiny is the Great Ball. It turns blue. And I think he's useful. Like, he's a decent Pokemon, to be honest. We got Pharaoh Seed next. I'm going to put that in the C tier. Just okay. I got the shiny, but it's blue. And I was like, cool, I love the blue shiny. I didn't know Pharaoh Thorn was not going to keep that blue. It turns red, which is okay, but just a fair design. Double weak to fire. Was annoying and competitive for a while. Next, we got Virizion. It's okay. For a legendary, I think I expect a bit more. I'll put it in the A tier, I guess, but it's just missing something. Don't know what it is, but it's missing something. Next, we got Chespin. Some people might not be happy, but I'm putting this whole line in the C tier. I think it's just kind of a stupid. Like, I have multiple shinies of this guy. He's not that, like, the stage 1 kind of cool, but stage 3, what the heck is going on with this guy? And then final evolution, grass fighting. Come on, get real. That's not that good. It's just not a good Pokemon, so I can't put it any higher. Especially when you got Greninja in the same era. And so you got Skidoo and Go-Goat. I might put them a little higher, actually. They're cool. Goats. I like goats. I think they're okay for a Pokemon. There's better ones for sure, but it may be B tier. We'll put a B tier. Next we got Game Freak's favorite, Grass and Ghost type. I'll put them in the A tier though. I like them as a Halloween themed Pokemon. Really cool, little stump and then into a big tree. I think they are alright. Same with Pumpkaboo and Gorgeist. They're both really cool Pokemon. Halloween themed, of course, but I like that. I like Halloween. It's September, so we're getting close to October. Next, we got some of my favorites. I love Rowlet. The whole Rowlet line's great. He turns into like a little butler-looking dude. Decidueye is amazing. Hisuian Decidueye, kind of a miss, as I say. Grass fighting, not the best typing, but it's cooler than him, so I'm putting him in the A tier. It's also coming from a really good game too, so I had to use it a bit more. I didn't really love, like, you got Greninja, who's one of the coolest starters, and then these guys. So similar Pokemon, but he's better. He's got like that old school kind of fighter. You can kind of see how they have evolved in terms of concepts there. Next we got Fomantis. It's okay. It's okay. I'll put it there. Shiinotic. I don't really like this little one. I think that's kind of stupid looking, but I like this guy with his big creepy face and the mushroom hat. He looks funny. Bonsweet. I'll put them in the 8. I don't know. Actually, it's kind of like the Pet Little. This is what I was talking about. I'll put them B tier. I'll expand that tier a little bit. They're okay. Next we got Grass Ghost, everyone's favorite. This design is, it's okay. I'll put it in B tier. I think there could have been much more done with this Pokemon, but it's alright. Tapu Bulu, B tier. It's okay. It's like a bowl. I don't know. The other Tapus are cooler. Kartana. Now, Kartana is a pretty good grass type. Double weak to fire, but I like it. It's an Ultra Beast. Very strong grass type, so I'm putting it up in the A tier. Maybe even S tier. I think Kartana is a really cool Pokemon, so I'll put him there. Next, we got Grookey. I really like Grookey. I'm going to put Grookey in the A tier. The full line is A tier for sure, especially with the drums is kind of funny, but some people hated that concept of him having a drum with him. If he was just Grass Monkey, it'd be funnier. I don't know. I think it's okay. I forget the names of these. They're forgettable. So they just go here. Maybe C tier. I legit forgot about them. Applin, who's getting a new evolution. Diplin. I'm going to put them all there. They have their Mega there twice. It's just going to take up space on the tier list. So I'll put Appleton and Flapple there. Applin's pretty cool. I like it. Zarude, this is one of the most forgettable legendaries. I don't know. It's a mythical Pokemon, just not that cool. I'm putting it in the B tier. Just, I don't know. Very forgettable. We now have ourselves this fella here. What's his name? Drawing a blank, but he rides a horse and you can change his type. I think he's cool. I'm drawing a blank on his name. He's part of the DLC for Sword and Shield. Pretty good Pokemon. Oh, it's driving me crazy. Sprigatito, one of my favorite starters of all time now. It is so cute. Grass cat, it's funny. Little weed cat, it's hilarious. Florigato, really cool design. I think I like these two really a lot. Meowscarada, I'm still going to put in the S tier. Someone might get mad at that, but I really like Meowscarada. Cool design. I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me after I got a shiny. My egg hunted it. All three of these are really cool, so I have to put them in the S tier. I like cats a lot, so yeah. Next we got Smoliv. Smoliv's cool. Dolive and Arboliva, they're just fair. I'm going to put them into the B tier. I like what they started with the little olive, but it just didn't stick the landing. Same with this, Brambleghast, another grass ghost type. It's kind of creepy, not that cool. Toad's cool. Easy S tier. Look at the way it runs. It's like flap, 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 flap. And then this fella here, Toad's Cruel. Look at that little fighting stance. Like, I don't know. I like this one. Capsicid. I like where they're going with Capsicid, but they just didn't stick the landing. I'm going to put him and Scovillain A tier. I really like Scovillain, how it looks, but it's just missing something that... Its attack stats are both 105. I don't know. I don't like when it splits their attack down the middle. It means it's going to be weak defensively, weak speed, low health. And that's exactly what we got here. So, yeah. Brood Bonnet. Now, I'm going to put Brood Bonnet up in the S tier. As someone who liked Amoonguss, I also like seeing him as a little Unga Bunga. People were saying he was going to be Unga Boongus, and that would have been the perfect name for a prehistoric version of him. Maybe I'll put him down in the A tier just because he didn't get that name. If he was Unga Boongus, easy S tier. Then Wo-Chien, live Wo-Chien reaction. Can we get that? Live Wo-Chien reaction. I think that's a funny meme, so I just wanted to bring that up right quick. Yeah, so I'm putting that in the... Oh, I had to put it in the S tier. I put him in the A tier. There it is. Mega Venusaur. I guess I could put him up with his father or his brother, a regular Venusaur. And the Applin. Applin goes in there. Perfect. All right, there is the tier list of all the grass type Pokemon. I might have been a little bit nice on some of them. In the A tier especially, they could potentially be B tiers, but there it is. It's my opinion. Let me know in the comments where you'd rank these. Bulbasaur, Rowlet, Sprigatito, 3 of the best. There's not a lot of great grass type Pokemon, if I'm being honest. I think that the starters, they only have 3. They have 4 hits, I guess. 4 of them are decent, but yeah, that's my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.